Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know I have a little bit of mascara here, but my camera's about to die, so I can't fix it right now. But if you want to see how to get this look, it's super simple, it's super easy, then please keep on watching. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos, and also click that bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload a video. Make sure to leave your video requests in the comment section down below. All the products will be listed in the description bar down below. Be sure to go check that out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Hey guys, so I'm just starting out with MAC Face and Body in the shade N2 and a Sigma flat top kabuki brush, F80, and some MAC Fix Plus. I'm going to speed over this pretty quickly, but I did do an in-depth full-on video about just foundation, everything you need to know, and all the basics. So if you want to see that, I'll make sure to link that down below. So now I'm going to be taking Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Fair Clair. It's my all-time favorite concealer. It's also like $4 or $5 from your local drugstore. So it's super affordable and super amazing. I'm just using it to cover my dark circles right now, but if you want to use it to highlight as well, you can put it in the middle of your forehead, down the bridge of your nose, chin, cupid's bow. So now I'm going to set it with my Mercier translucent powder. If you want to go ahead and bake it, you can, but I'm just going to set it with my damp beauty blender, the same one I just used. And something about using a damp beauty sponge and a loose powder just sets your makeup so beautifully. Your under eye concealer will be bulletproof. So now I'm just going to set my foundation with this Clinique powder. I love it. It doesn't have any shimmer, and it's pretty sheer, so it just goes on and, you know, sets your foundation so it's not going to move throughout the day, and it's also going to make products that you layer on top like blush and bronzer go on seamlessly. So now I'm taking Anastasia's banana powder and Sigma tapered highlighting brush and just going to set my under eyes with this just because this way it will help brighten. Now I'm taking Benefit's Hoola bronzer. It's in a little bit different packaging because I used 500 points to get like a mini Benefit bestseller box. So this is like the super mini bronzer, but I absolutely love it. And I'm using this MAC brush. So whenever I bronze or contour, I want to make sure that I'm not just doing my cheekbones. So I do my forehead and my jawline as well because it makes it more balanced overall. Now I'm taking Jaclyn Hill and Becca's face palette. It's literally the most amazing thing ever. So I'm just using the Amaretto blush shade. It's so gorgeous. I wouldn't normally gravitate towards it, but it's honestly the best blush ever. I've been using it straight, literally every single day since the palette launched. So I'm just going to go back in with my powder brush and blend everything out just to make sure there's no harsh lines and it's seamlessly blended. So now I'm just going to be taking a fan brush and mixing the two highlight shades in the palette, Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. They're honestly so gorgeous and so amazing. And of course I love Jaclyn Hill, so I had to run out and buy her palette and the Champagne collection. I'm just going to be highlighting the tops of my cheekbones and wrapping it around to go over my brows. But if you guys want to highlight anything else like your nose, cupid's bow, forehead, chin, whatever you want, go for it. This is honestly such an amazing palette. I love it so much. So now I'm just going to go in with Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie and Creme Brulee, mix them together and buff it out. I'm going to be initially using the Sigma E40 just because it's a very big, fluffy brush, so it's a really great brush to be blending out that transition shade. I'm holding the brush at the very end of the brush, not super close to the ferrule, but the very end, so it can be a little bit more fluffy and light-handed. And also I'm going in windshield wiper motions and circular motions to make sure everything's super buffed out. I'm going to be taking MAC's 217, which is an amazing blending brush, and it's a little bit smaller and a little bit more dense than the E40, so it's going to be more helpful to pack on a bit more focused color and then buff that out. So I'm going to be putting Cocoa Bear on the outer V and then sort of buffing it into the crease and then buffing it a little bit on the lid as well. So I'm going to go back to the first blending brush, that Sigma E40, just to make sure everything's nice and buffed out. And now I'm going to take MAC 242, which is an amazing flat synthetic brush. It's so great. And I'm going to be taking Makeup Geek Shimma. I was debating whether or not to do a matte shade or a shimmer shade. I decided on shimmer, but there's this one matte white shade that's called Vanilla Nuts, I believe, and it's in the Laura Mercier Eye Artist palette or something like that, and it's the most amazing creamy matte eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put it all over the lid, try to focus it on like the inner half or like the inner 3/4. You're going to see me later going back with those brown shades and the brush just to re-deepen up that outer V, because I went over it with the Shimma shade and it kind of covered up that outer V a little bit, so I went back and added it again. Now I'm going to take that same Shimma shade in my tear duct for my inner corner highlight. Sometimes I'll use the highlight from that palette because it's just so gorgeous, so I'll mix Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop again and just put it in my inner corner or my brow bone or wherever I want to. Today I didn't do a brow bone highlight, but you totally can. So I looked at my eyes and I decided I wanted a little bit more depth. I didn't want to do liner, but I basically took the brown shade from Anastasia, it's called Fawn, and I just took that MAC brush. You can use a different brush. If I had to go back, I'd use definitely a different brush. And I just sort of packed it on like the outer part of my lash line and just to give it a little bit more definition. So now I'm taking this Smashbox Always Sharp eyeliner in the shade Bare, and I'm just putting it on my waterline just to open up my eyes more and make me look a little bit more awake. If you put black on your waterline, it will make your eyes look a little bit more squinted. For my brows, I'm going to be using Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. I feel like it's a little bit too dark. And Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And look how sad, it broke. My thing broke. I was so sad. I was like, how did this happen? And it broke, so I definitely have to buy another one. So now I'm just doing my brows. If you want a brow tutorial or like my brow routine, I can totally do that. Today they definitely did not turn out how I planned them to, but you know what? Everybody has bad brow days. So now I'm just going to curl my lashes. You want to make sure that you're going to give them a bunch of pulses. I would say about 5 to 8 pulses on each side. It really helps hold the curl throughout the day because they are going to go down. And then I'm just going to coat my lashes with some L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And I know I got mascara on my eyelid, and you can totally just wait for it to dry and then flick it off with either a Q-tip or your eyeshadow brush or whatever, but my camera was about to die, so I wanted to make sure I could finish this tutorial. So I just lined my lips with MAC Spice. You could totally line your whole entire lips, but I just did the outside, and then I'm taking Marc Jacobs Sugar lip gloss. It's so amazing. I love it. And then I'm just finishing off the look with some Fix Plus just to set everything and make it look like real skin and not powder. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!